Well, good evening from the Carl York Center in Proctorville, Ohio. We're at the Southeastern Showdown, or Throwdown, excuse me, and I think we've kind of saved the best for last. It's a pleasure to be sitting here with the All-American Melvin Cunningham. Thank you for the invitation to do the game tonight. And tonight's last game features the Alexander, I believe they're Spartans, and with a 10-3 record, and the Fairland Lady Dragons, the home hosts for this throwdown, with an 11-2 record. It looks like they've saved the best for last, Melvin.
Oh yeah, they definitely have. I want to just say how honored I am to sit here. Coming in here as the football coach, hearing all the stories about you has been wonderful, and just finally getting an opportunity to, when I had the opportunity to meet you, now sitting beside you, getting to do a game here tonight is very exciting. But this game here is just more than a game. I mean, this sectional rights is on the line right here. The number one seed in the section is going to be played right here before us between Alexander and Fairland. And, so this is definitely going to be a big ball game as far as seeding and where you end up in the tournament.
That's right, Melvin. They are saying that whoever wins this game is going to be the number one seed in the sectional, which is an advantage. You probably get a bye, and but we're going to see a good one here tonight.
Yeah, there's definitely no doubt. It's going to be a good game. I mean, looking at number 15, Rachel Richardson for Alexander, and going up against Emily Chapman, that's going to be an unbelievable matchup. And
two of the premier point guards in Southeastern Ohio going head-to-head tonight. I'm anxious to see how things play out. I believe Fairland has a slight height advantage on the boards. Could be the difference in the game. But they're getting ready to announce the starting lineup for the Lady Dragons. And we'll get this thing tipped off and see what happens this evening.
Yes, definitely. The starting lineup for Alexander looks like it's going to be number 2, Jaden Mace, number 5, McKenna Rice, number 15, Rachel Richardson, number 20, Mallory Rankin, and number 30, Kristen Taylor. And then Fairland's starting number 3, Taylor Wilson, number 4, Emily Chapman, 11, Allie Marshall. Then we have number 13, Kelsey Warnock. And then our final starter will be Miss Alicia Simpson.
I'm anxious to see how the bench plays out this evening. Melvin, Coach Buchanan has been playing about 7-8 players in the last 3 or 4 games. And I wanted to particularly point out the play of the young Harley Lyons. She's come off the bench and given a spark the last 3 games. And she could be the difference in this matchup. I noticed that they have one freshman starter, Jaden Mace. They're ready to tip it off.
Yeah, you're right. Harley has played really well. Also, Brittany Thompson's came in and gave him great minutes on the defensive side of the floor. Harley's doing a great job on the offensive side of the floor. But here we are. We're getting ready to tip it off with the jump ball. Looks like it's controlled by Fairland's Allie Marshall. The ball's in Emily Chapman's hand. Passes it off. Fairland's doing a really good job right now. They're moving the ball from one side of the floor to the other.
Oh, that's a good sign right there. The goal by Taylor Wilson. Nice drop off from Emily Chapman, and a couple bounces in the paint, and she was able to control it and stick it off the glass.
I think that's one of the times right there you can see some of the size difference inside. Oh, great block right there by Allie Marshall.
A good point there, Melvin. That's never saw her. They just really don't realize how athletic Allie Marshall is. Alexander is in a man-to-man defense.
Looked like it's the ball was out on Kelsey Warnock, and It'll go over to Alexander. Ball's being controlled right now by number 15, Rachel Richardson.
Yeah, she's the point guard that everybody's making comparisons to her and Emily Chapman. Shots up and missed. Chapman with the rebound. Fairland employing the 1-2-2 zone. Alexander still in the man-to-man.
That's a really nice move by Emily. Wasn't able to finish there, but did a really good job of getting to the rim. Oh, great hustle right there by Allie Marshall. Looks like the ball goes out on the alley, and it'll be Alexander's ball.
Looks like Fairland has gone to a man defense now. Now it's a matchup zone. Wilson gets the rebound, kicks it out to Chapman. Now they're running their set. Coach Buchanan has a great job with these girls running sets.
Yeah, they do a really good job of people moving and ball movement all the time down the floor. Looks like Emily Chapman drew the foul. On number 15, Rachel Richardson, that'll be her first. Emily goes to the line for two. She makes the front end of it. Fairland up right now by the score of 3-0 with 5:12 left in the first quarter.
Chapman's got such good technique, great rotation on the ball.
Yeah, she's really having a really good season thus far. Another turnover by Alexander. They're really, these girls put so much pressure on the ball, and it causes a lot of teams to come in.
Very active in their zone, and their length is giving Alexander some problems too. It's hard to throw over these girls from Fairland. You know, they're just so athletic and long, and like you say, they move well, very active in the zone. And if you don't make a good pass or get some type of dribble penetration, you could be in for a long night.
Oh yes, and you can see that Alexander took a timeout here, and they're trying to figure some things out because they've had several possessions down here, and they've got 2 shots up at the rim, but they were definitely contested shots, so they're struggling even getting any type of clean looks. Look like they're going to come out here with some full court pressure. You know, as long as Emily's on the floor, you know, putting pressure on Fairland is a hard thing to do.
If you're going to play man-to-man, she's going to break you down and handle the ball, although they do get a turnover and miss the layup. Warnock pulls it down, out to Marshall. Marshall brings it up the floor.
Oh, nice steal by Allie Marshall.
What's just left?
Oh,
that's all right.
Oh, looks like the ball is going to be out. Allie missed the layup. Looks like the ball was out on Emily Chapman. It'll be brought in by Alexander on the baseline.
Fairland's now going to employ about a 3/4 court 1-3-1. Now they back off. I'm telling you, Marshall's giving them fits.
Yeah, her length and athletic ability it causes people trouble. She's so long, she's so quick, and she's so active. I mean, she's really a dominant force for Fairland on the defensive side of the floor.
Very athletic young lady. When she was in the 8th grade, I think she was #1 in the state in the high jump. So she's there she is with a steal. And it's stolen right back by Alexander. Richardson jacks one up from three-point lands off the rim. Simpson pulls down the rebound. Fairland's back on the
Looked like it was kicked out by Alexander. Fairland ball.
It's going to be Fairland's ball side out. Emily Chapman inbound the ball. Warnock dribbles right, hands off to Marshall. Marshall picks up her dribble. Taylor Wilson lets one fly from the elbow, and it's off.
Looks like they called a foul on number 13, Kelsey Warnock. That'd be Kelsey's first.
It's her first, team's first. Each team with one team foul. It's kind of like a boxing match right now. Kind of feeling each other out. And Chapman with the steal.
Oh, great move by Emily. Finishes left.
She has really got a sweet left hand. Steals the ball, dribbles left, throws up the left-handed teardrop and drains it. 6-0 Fairland.
Once again, Allie Marshall
again with another steal. Her length is really posing problems for Alexander right now.
Alicia was able to pull down the rebound, but didn't finish on the shot. Alexander's brought it down the other way. Ball's in the hands of number 5, McKenna Rice.
Alexander looks like they're really out of kilter right now. They're just having a tough time dealing with Fairland's length in the post. Pass thrown out of bounds by the post player.
Michaela Trout comes in for Alexander in place of Jaden Mace. And it looks like Harley Lyons has checked in for the first time.
Yeah, keep an eye on her. She's really been playing well. Coach Buchanan wanting to walk there.
It looks like she definitely got away with one. Oh, Emily with a steal. In the left-hand finish.
Great steal there. Great anticipation by Emily Chapman. Steals the ball, takes it to the length of the court, and lays it up with the left hand. Ooh.
It's a putback in by Alexander, number 30, Kirsten Taylor.
Kristen Taylor with the rebound bucket.
Shots long by Allie Marshall. But once again, it's a tie up here. We get a jump
good
ball.
heads-up play there by Emily. Girl lost the ball, slid on the floor. Emily waited and stuck her hands down there and caused the jump ball, but it's going to be Alexander's ball. With 37 seconds left in the first quarter, it's Dragons 8 and Spartans 2.
great defense again by Emily. Looks like Allie Marshall's going to go to the line
that was
for
called
two.
by Emily Chapman. She just she's been hounding their point guard, Richardson, and forced her into a turnover to Marshall. Marshall takes it to the length of the floor and is hacked and going to the line for 2 shots.
It looks like the pressure of Allie Marshall and Emily Chapman up top is really causing Alexander a lot of trouble.
It certainly is, Coach. They don't seem to be handling it very well right now. And then when they get the ball in the post, the Lady Dragons' length has really been intimidating the Spartans.
It looks like Emily Marshall's coming out of the game early. You don't see that a lot, but Brittany Thompson has just checked in. So
they're probably giving her a break. There's only about 10 seconds left. Trying to give her a little extra rest. She's been really playing very hard on the defensive end. Not a bad idea to let them give an extra 30 seconds of rest. Plus, he wants to get some of his other players busted.
Well, it looks like it's the end of the first quarter here. And you have Alexander 2 and the home team, Fairland Dragons 9.
Well, I would say that's pretty good defense right there. You're only going to give up 2 points in the quarter. But they, I think both teams have struggled a little bit offensively. But that's a great defensive effort right there. And you can see the Fairland's zone and their length and their athleticism is really kind of dominated the first quarter. If they can continue this, they'll be fine. But it's early.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely say that that Fairland probably had a hand on over 50% of Alexander's possessions on their side of the floor. I mean, the length is definitely
Coach,
causing
that's a
them
great
trouble.
observation. They've got to, if they were keeping track of deflections like Patino did at Kentucky, I'm telling you right now, they would probably have at least 10 deflections already in the first quarter.
Absolutely. You being up here and seeing the game from this side, I know you coach basketball here, but this has to be a little different feeling for you. Your daughter's now the assistant basketball coach here at Fairland. How's these games different from you, from coaching to watching her coach?
It's a lot easier. I don't make as many mistakes, and it is thrilling to see my daughter on the bench. I just want to give out some props to her and my other daughter. They also coach a Betty League basketball, Fairland Youth League basketball, at kindergarten, first and second graders, and they won the championship today. So,
congratulations!
Out of the 4th and 5th seed, one of those, and knocked off the number 1 seed early this morning, and then won the championship game and seed.
Looks like
Warnock gets fouled there on. I think it's Kristen Taylor. There hasn't been that many fouls, to tell you the truth. Only 4 fouls.
They're letting them play a little bit. Oh, great back door right there. But, great help side defense there by number 30 for Alexander, Kirsten Taylor.
Chapman goes in with the left hand, misses it, but is able to snare the rebound. Dribbles back out to the left wing and misses a three-pointer.
I'll tell you what, Alexander's doing a really good job playing defense as well, doing a real good job of switching screens. And, they got it on this side of the floor. Richardson misses a shot. And seems like on the rebound, she tries to go back up, and she was fouled by number 13, Kelsey Warnock.
That's her second. That's
Kelsey's second.
Well, Coach, they're 10-3. They've got to be relatively well coached. They're just having a little trouble right now dealing with Fairland's length and athleticism. But like I say, it's still early.
Richardson makes the front end of her 2 shots, and she just let loose of the second one, and it also goes in. 6:57 remaining with a 9-4 edge by the Fairland Dragons.
Neither team has shot particularly well.
That's a turnover by Fairland.
Alexander's kind of picked it up defensively.
Ball to the other end, but Allie Marshall with a block, and Kelsey Warnock bringing it to the other end. Defensively, Alexander moves their feet moves it extremely well. Aggressive move right there by Kelsey Warnock, and she was fouled as she tried to get a shot off inside.
Warnock kind of forced the action there. It was in the paint, went up between 2, and one of them got her. So she's at the line, going to shoot a pair. First one is up and good. And the second shot is up and good. Fairland leads 11-4. Oh, she got lucky there. She didn't pick up number 3.
Oh, great hustle by number 14 there by Alexander. Michaela Trout was able to save the ball. Great ball movement. Emily Chapman.
Mistake right there. You can't leave that girl out open.
Oh, no.
Sooner or later, she's going to drain them. And Chapman just nails one from the right corner. And Fairland has taken a double-digit lead, 14-4.
Rebound pulled down by Alicia Simpson. You know, I know Alicia's getting closer every rebound to the 500 mark there. And I know that's one of the goals she set forth before the season began, and every game she's edging definitely closer to that, reaching that mark.
500 threes?
Rebounds.
Rebound.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Chapman? Or
Simpson.
Simpson. She's played well the last couple of games.
Oh, yeah, I think she's really played well. She's been shooting the ball extremely well.
Yeah, she had a great game against Huntington High. Drained about 3 three-pointers.
Yeah.
Controlled the glass.
I was telling, oh, wow, what a pass.
Oh, my.
To Taylor Wilson.
Great drop off there from Chapman
the
to
shot was missed.
Wilson, and Wilson could not get it to go down. It was just a super pass. Three-pointer drained by number 5, McKenna Rice. Much needed 3.
And there's a timeout called there by Alexander. And, you know, McKenna Rice was able to stop the bleeding there a little bit for Alexander.
that was huge. That's cut a 10-point lead down to 7. And I'm telling you, this team's not going to give up. They look like they're very well coached. They're playing hard. They're not playing very well against Fairland's length, like I say, but they're not sloppy by any means. They're just not shooting the ball very well right now. And, of course, Fairland's defense got a lot to do with that.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think the one thing that you've seen that Coach Buchanan's done a really good job of is he started out the game in the zone, and you can see him getting the press. I mean, you've seen him switch over to man-to-man. Well, it looked as if they were in the man. It really ended up being an extended zone.
A matchup zone.
Yeah, and they really extended the pressure out. And he does a really good job of changing.
He's done a fantastic job. I mean, you take a team to the state tournament here in the state of Ohio, I don't care what level you're at. That's just an outstanding job. Right now, Fairland boys and girls basketball is at an all-time high.
Oh, absolutely.
Just tremendous success, and the coaches have done a great job. But you get, it's like old Adolph Rupp used to say, you can't have a circus unless you got some animals.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
I'm telling you, the Dragons and the Lady Dragons have definitely got some animals.
Oh, what a look by Kelsey Warnock.
Yes. Kick out from Wilson to Warnock, and Warnock goes cross court on the block to Simpson, who lays it in and is fouled. And that's a beautiful pass. Great recognition from Warnock.
I think the thing that makes this group of girls special is, things like that extra pass. I mean, you've seen Emily drive the lane a couple plays prior to that and dish one off to Taylor. Then you see Kelsey has a wide open three, but makes a
they don't care who scores.
No, it's
they
all
play
about
for
winning.
each other. And that's right. It's getting a W.
And that has a lot to do with the man that's on the sideline, Coach Buchanan. He does a great job here.
And there's a steal by Warnock. She brings it down the court. Yeah, I think both the boys and the girls, they don't care who scores. They're not worried about headlines. They're just worried about W's.
There's a steal by Alexander. They come down with a 2-on-1 break. And Allie Marshall fouls number 5, McKenna Rice. She'll go to the line shooting 2.
I think these officials have done a good job too, Melvin. They've done a pretty good job of letting them play and they call the obvious. That's when you get a good ball game. Some officials like to control it. These guys seem to be doing a good job.
Yeah, I say all the time, the officials have to realize that these fans pay the money to watch the kids play. They ain't here to see them referees. So I'm glad to see these guys really allow them to play. They really are doing a good job.
I don't think I've seen these guys before either.
Good hustle by Taylor Wilson. And actually, her effort caused the shot to be missed. Skip pass across the court to Allie. Great head fake, nice take.
Nice move.
Great job by Allie Marshall.
Marshall was open for the 3. The girl came out, closed out on her. She faked the shot and went around her and dropped in the soft jumper from the lane. And now the Dragons are up by 11, 19-8. With 2:37 to go in the half.
Shot short by Richardson. We have a tie up down up under the rim.
That's one thing about Kelsey Warnock. I told her before, she's not what you call exciting, flashy, flamboyant. She's just a hard-working, does all the dirty work.
I tell you what.
Rebounds, brings the ball up the court. You got to have a kid like that on your team.
I love Kelsey Warnock and the way she plays. One of the toughest kids in this school building. I mean, and it's evident she's playing through injury right here that a lot of people probably couldn't endure what's.
They wanted her to have surgery.
But yet she's out here because she wants to be a part of what's happening here. And, you have to tip your hat to kids like that.
That's exactly right, Coach. She's tough nut.
Good job. Good move by Taylor.
Yep, needed to kiss that one off the glass. But it comes off the rim.
Look, it appeared that she stepped out of bounds, but it wasn't called. Missed by Alexander, rebound by Taylor Wilson.
Looks like the pace has kind of picked up. We're getting up and down the court now.
Oh, what a look by Emily Chapman to Allie Marshall.
She's got that left-handed no-look pass down pat.
Look, Emily really doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. When I was here last year, I wondered what type of defensive player she was. Wow. Well, I think all the questions has been answered this year, and definitely if it hasn't been answered by many, you see it tonight. But there's a big shot right there by Alexander's number 5, McKenna Rice. She hits a 3.
Rice, yes, she just knocked down that's close to NBA range right there.
Oh, absolutely. Bringing the score to 21-11. Fairland still up by 10. But just going back to Emily, I mean, she's playing both sides of the floor very well this year. I mean, defensively, she's making just as big an impact as she is on the offensive side of the floor for Fairland. Number 14, McKenna Trout checks in for number 20, Mallory Rankin. So.
Once again, another turnover caused by Allie Marshall's length. It's simple as that. Those long arms, that athletic ability, really giving Alexander fits.
I bet you Allie has to be responsible for about 7 to 8 extra possessions a game for this Fairland.
Easily.
Oh, turnover by Harley Lyons.
That's going to end up in a uncontested layup by number 14, Michaela Trout. Half-court shot is off the mark. And at halftime, it's your Fairland Lady Dragons 21 and Alexander Spartans 13. Just an 8-point game, Coach. So we're not out of the woods by any stretch, and it seems like both teams kind of settled down a little bit, playing a lot better. Still, the shooting percentages are probably pretty low, but we got a good one on our hands.
Oh, yeah, we definitely do. I think the difference in the game has been the length of Fairland. And, you know, how many possessions they haven't even got a shot up at the rim. And, you know, but once again, Fairland's not particularly shooting the ball well, and it's giving Alexander, just hope that they have an opportunity here to
that's
giving them a chance.
That's the thing about Fairland. They're so athletic and long. They're starting 3 girls. Almost a couple of them 6 foot and the other one 5'11". And if you're not playing against that in your league, then that's a whole new ball game when you come out against that. Although I do think Alexander's very well coached and very capable, but they're just not dealing with Fairland's length and athleticism. But we've still got 2 quarters of basketball to play, and it's just an 8-point lead. So we'll see what happens here in the second half and see what kind of adjustments that the coaches make.
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to take a timeout here, but before we do, we want to definitely thank our sponsors here, City National Bank, Rick Shifco, State Farm, and also we want to thank we would definitely want to thank our sponsors, because without them, it definitely wouldn't make it possible.
Oh, they've done a tremendous job. We've got T-shirts out there for sale, and it's just a very well showcase for high school girls basketball. It's one of a kind in this area, and I think the fans are really enjoying themselves.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll be back and catch the second half with you guys. Thank you.
Okay, let's take a timeout. Okay, basketball fans. We got about 30 seconds to go till tip-off for the inbounds for the second half. We're going to go down the line here and try to give you the scoring for the Lady Dragons. Taylor Wilson has 2 points. Emily Chapman leads all scorers with 9 points. Allie Marshall, 5 points. And Alicia Simpson, 3 points. And I think that's 19, Coach. We need to account for 2 more. Warnock knocked down 2 foul shots, so that's the other 2 points, Kelsey Warnock. That accounts for the Lady Dragons' 21 points.
And then on the other side, you have McKenna Rice has 7, Michaela Trout, Rachel Richardson, and Kirsten Taylor has chipped in with 2 apiece. Turnover by Alicia Simpson. But Alexander gives it right back to her as Mallory Rankin gets called for the walk. You know, Coach, right here could be a great possession to run a little 4 down, couldn't it?
Yeah, where did you hear that?
Well,
well, I'm going to tell you what, it's they need to go inside right now, and that's what they're doing.
Well, looks like they heard your call, didn't it? Hey, right on point.
Advantage there in the post, so they need to assert themselves a little more in the paint, and they did just that.
Hey,
a great delivery.
Right there on point. You know, they were able to throw that ball inside to Alicia. You know, I think that they know you're up here, and they heard me make the call.
Love that offense.
Another turnover by Alexander.
4 down.
You think of this, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers thus far in this starting the second half. It's definitely not a way to start coming out after halftime.
They were down 8 at halftime, and now they're down 10. If they let this lead grow, it's going to be a tough way back for the Alexander Spartans. And they go inside once again.
Well, even though she missed it, I like her aggressiveness going to the rim right there.
That's exactly where the ball needs to go. And the thing about going inside, you take it inside, you get a couple baskets, and then they start to sag down in, and then that leaves your three-point shooters wide open for the kick out.
Allie with an open 3. Off the front of the rim. Richardson brings it across half court. Number 5 in the corner and hits another 3. You know, I tell you what, this McKenna Rice, if she's open, it seems like
she's got nice touch, good rotation on the ball, great arch. She's drained 2 now. The Dragons going to have to pick her up a little tighter.
Yeah, she just
Wilson makes a nice move to the bucket, but a little short.
Yeah, McKenna Rice is responsible for 10 of Alexander's 16 points, so they definitely have to know where she is on the floor.
See that Richardson's not in the lineup right now. Yes, she is.
Turnover by Fairland Dragons, and Alexander brings the ball across court.
Boom.
Another 3 right there by
we got a
number 2, Jaden Mace. 23-19 Fairland. You know, Fairland's been pretty sloppy with the basketball here these last couple possessions, and Alexander's came down and hit back-to-back 3s, and it's definitely has cut this lead down to 4.
1-4 low here, Coach. We'll just let Chapman go one-on-one. She takes it down the right side and is fouled on the way up. She's going to get 2 shots.
I think a few people might have held their breath there for a little while. Emily was being over there. I thought maybe she had maybe nicked something up, but it looked like she's okay. Steps in the line but misses the front end of her 2 foul shots. Looks like Fairland's going to jump in her press to try to change the pace of this game again.
Going to try to pick up a tempo a little bit. It's sort of a token press.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a foul right there. Blocking foul on Chapman. Pretty good ball handling there. Both kids seem to be all right.
Bucket. It actually came off the backside of the rim. Alexander with the rebound, missing another 3 attempt. Fairland's bringing it the other way. Three-point attempts missed by Kelsey Warnock, and it seems like we have a push in the back there on Taylor Wilson as she picks up her first foul. We have a 24-19 game with 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Alexander they're just not going away.
Nope. And there's a nice shot by the post player.
Yeah, Kirsten Taylor.
They knock down 2 or 3 threes and then go inside. There's a three-pointer by Marshall that falls short, out of bounds. Called jump ball, and the ball's going to go over to Alexander. Alexander has momentum right now. Score 24-21 with about 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, and Alexander has the momentum. The Dragons need to get the ball in the hole, and all will be well. Have not shot particularly well from the perimeter.
No, they haven't. This has definitely been a defensive battle here today. Both teams has definitely played well on the defensive end, and but the difference is in this second half is Alexander's found some offense. I mean, coming out hitting 2 threes, good ball movement, getting the ball inside to the post, and before you know it, that 10-point lead is now down to 3. And Coach Buchanan calls a timeout to try to make some adjustments, but right now the momentum's definitely on Alexander's side.
Well, that's the signs of a veteran ball club. I believe they have mostly juniors and seniors. Have one freshman. I don't think she's on the floor right now, but Alexander's playing like a veteran team right now. They're not intimidated by any stretch of imagination. Moved the ball around, like you say, knocked down a couple threes, then got it inside, and they have all the momentum going right now.
Oh, yeah, they do.
We'll see how the Lady Dragons react.
Looks like Fairland's got back into their 2-3 zone defense. And, but a shooter gets loose. But she misses off the back iron.
Nice drop off again. Simpson misses, gets her own rebound, and sticks it back off the glass. And Alexander, in the blink of an eye, makes one full court length pass, and the ball's laid up and in.
Fairland was slow getting back, and they paid for it on the other end after a great play inside by Alicia Simpson, missing her first shot, getting her own rebound, and putting it back in.
Oh, that was a nice drop off. Left-hand layup is missed by Taylor Wilson. Alexander's got it, a little 2-on-1.
Once again, McKenna Rice with the basket. 26-25 Fairland. McKenna Rice, 14 of their 25 points. She's really played well.
By Chapman, that's off the mark. Rebounded by Richardson. And Alexander looking for their first lead of the evening. Another 3 is up. It's off the mark. And Simpson goes over the back. And it'll be Alexander's ball out of bounds underneath the basket.
I tell you what, Alexander's coach, they just continue doing what they do. They play defense well. Ball movement is starting to change. The ball's starting to change sides of the floor. And now you can see them having open looks, and you can see the difference in their offense.
Well, they certainly have not panicked by any means. They just keep plugging away. That's what good teams do. Just keep playing through it. And we got a dandy on our hands right now.
Alicia Simpson's definitely inserting herself inside, and
yeah, she's tough to handle with those smaller Spartans. See, they just bounced off her right then. It was a nice job taking the ball to the rack and getting fouled. She's at the line to shoot 2. The Dragons up 26-25 with 1:45 to go in the third quarter. First shot's up and no good.
The foul line could very well come back and be the Achilles heel of one of these two teams.
Oh, there's so many games, Coach, won or lost at the foul line. I know you look at all You know, a lot of people wait till the fourth quarter to decide what cost the game, and you go 10 for 20 at the line, and you missed all 10 of them in the first quarter, and you lost that game in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah. Alicia makes the back end of her 2 free throws, and Fairland's up 27-25. Looks like Brittany Thompson has checked in the game there for Taylor Wilson. There's a shot attempt by number 30, Kirsten Taylor. Looks like she'll go to the line shooting 2 as she was fouled by Alicia Simpson.
That's her second.
Both teams are leaving a lot of points. Once again, I know that I've said it several times, both teams leaving a lot of points on the left down the floor here at the free throw line.
Coach, it's really a very low-scoring contest. 27-26, minute and a half to go, third quarter. Doesn't look like this game may not get out of the 40s, and that's anybody's ball game. And free throws could be a big, big story when it's all said and done.
Allie Marshall goes aggressively to the rim, but the shot was off. Good look inside by Alexander, but McKenna Rice was
Alexander's really getting out and going now, Coach. They're really getting up and down the floor.
Yeah, they're definitely beating Fairland up and down the floor. Fairland has to do a better job playing transition defense. There's a turnover by Alexander, and Fairland takes control of the basketball. Taylor Wilson's just checked back in the game also for
Coach Buchanan's trying to rest his players one at a time right now.
Oh, yeah. Took
Wilson out, put Thompson in. She wasn't out very long, and now he's put Taylor back in and let Simpson rest a minute. Pass inside to Taylor. And
look like we have a foul away from the ball, don't we?
A collision and a few words here away from the ball. Warnock got knocked to the floor. Foul was called on Alexander's number 5, her second. McKenna Rice. And Fairland's ball underneath.
Turnover there by Fairland, and we have a foul called on Allie Marshall.
It's Allie's second foul. Team number 4. Game's kind of getting a little bit physical right now, Coach.
Oh, yeah, both teams are getting chippy. I think they understand what's at stake here. I mean, this is definitely a preview of what could be seen later on in the tournament.
It feels a little bit like tournament basketball, simply because it's low scoring. Both teams playing very hard, getting physical. There's a 3 outside again by Rice, but it's off the mark. And the Dragons have the ball. With 22 seconds to go in the third quarter, looks like they're going to play for the last shot. Chapman dribbling at half court. It's down to 10 seconds now. Now she's going to attack the basket. Throws up a floater, and it's off the rim. And it's out of bounds. Off of Fairland with 1.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Alexander ball.
You know, Jack, this has really been a good game. I know a lot of times you see a 27-26 score. This one is not indicative of the intensity and how hard both of these teams has played and how well coached both of these teams really are.
Coach. You know, it's not been pretty from an offensive standpoint as far as the ball going through the hoop, but both teams are playing extremely hard, physical at times, just haven't been able to knock down some shots. And here we are, 27-26 with 1 quarter to go, and it's anybody's ball game. Ball game.
I thought Alexander did a really good job that quarter. On both sides of the floor. I mean, McKenna Rice has really stepped up, and she has 14 here tonight, and she's hit a couple of big baskets, and that 10-point lead, it shrunk pretty quickly. It's
gone. It's anybody's game. Just going to see who grabs the momentum here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. They can step up and make free throws. Could be the story. And taking care of the basketball.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to take better care of the ball.
Free throws and turnovers.
On both ends.
Free throws and turnovers. I think this is the games right here that Fairland girls has to win. When you look down this roster, they're starting 3 seniors that's played in a lot of games. And, right now, those 3 seniors has to take control of this basketball game because they played in these games. They've seen these games.
I think you can add Marshall in that group too, Coach. She's just a junior, but she's started every game since she's a freshman.
Well, yeah,
so
as well as like Kelsey Warnock as well, isn't it?
Warnock
so
as well.
Yes.
Both of them. I mean, they're seasoned right now. Simpson is on the bench, and Brittany Thompson is in the lineup. It feels like it's getting to be a little white knuckler here, Coach. Thompson from the corner.
Boom!
Bam!
Nice shot, Brittany Thompson.
Boy, that was needed big time.
The thing that I like about her is she what you're going to get every night when she's on the floor. She's going to play hard. She's fearless. She's fearless.
Not scared,
That's
man.
a big
she
shot
really
right there by
is,
Brittany Thompson.
That's awesome.
We go down this list of names, and when we talked before the game, the 2 people we talked about was Harley Lyons and Brittany Thompson, and and that's a big shot right there by that young lady.
Huge. And now we've got a travel call on Alexander, and it'll be the Lady Dragons ball, and they've stretched the lead out to 4.
We spoke about it early in the game, the defensive pressure of Emily Chapman and Allie Marshall. Emily right there causing the turnover. So every possession counts at this time of the game, doesn't it, Coach?
It looks like Alexander's gone to his zone, Coach. Marshall throws one up in the lane. It comes off the back of the rim, and Taylor Wilson goes over the back. And now that's a 17 foul on the Lady Dragons. So that's going to send McKenna Rice to the line to shoot a 1-on-1.
Well, that's huge.
These are big.
6:55 left, and they're in the bonus. So, every foul, this team gets an opportunity to put points on the board, but she's off the front misses the front end of a 1-and-1.
And on the other side, Alexander's only committed 3 team fouls this half. So it's going to be a while before the Dragons are on the. Oh, what a big 3 there by Allie Marshall. Caught a lot of the rim, but found the bottom of the net. And now the Dragons have stretched the lead back out to 7. And there's a turnover by McKenna Rice. Took a couple steps before she launched that 3.
I see the coaches down there arguing the call, but she definitely walked. She took a step and shot the basketball.
You took 2 steps, Coach. You can't do that.
No. And that's not taking anything away from her. She's played extremely well tonight, but on that possession, that was a walk by Miss McKenna Rice.
The Dragons can get a score here. They can really. Emily Chapman launches a 3. It's off the rim. Simpson rebounds. Can't get the stick back. And Alexander comes out of there with
Another
it.
steal by Emily.
And now Chapman has stole the ball, drives the lane, throws it up with her left hand, misses the shot. And Alexander is back on the attack. And
Allie Marshall
turnover.
once again.
She stole the ball, tried to get control of it, and they called a carry on her. I'm not sure about that one, Coach. But,
that's big time steal, regardless. The outcome's not what we want. Allie Marshall's been all over the floor here tonight once again, blocking shots, stealing, and finally knocked down a big three, and, they just need to continue to play with that same intensity defensively.
Boy, what a rebound right there. That's just dirty work right there.
Extra effort right there by
Maximum
Warnock.
I mean,
but that's what she brings to the table.
She did not look like she had a chance of getting that ball.
She wanted it more than the other player. She came out there with it
and kind of bounced past it, got up, got it, and fouled. And the Dragons are going to get the ball side out because that's just a 14th foul on Alexander. But, what an effort. That's just, like I said, she does all the dirty work.
Alicia has to be careful inside. She's pushing her off there, and she's already, I think, if I'm not mistaken, has 3 fouls.
There's a pass intercepted by Warnock. Shovels over to Chapman. She's off with the 3, and now they've got Emily Marshall over the back. And that's going to send, I believe that's going to send McKenna Rice back to the free throw line for a bonus.
And that's a big foul right there. Yeah. Allie Marshall has picked up her 3rd, and it's still 4:37 left. And, we have extended the lead, but, without Allie Marshall, she can't pick up that 4th. You take her off this team, defensively, they're just not the same group.
Okay, Coach. Alexander head coach Jeff Grinstead has called a timeout. We'll take this opportunity to let you tell people who you forgot. What's our sponsor?
Hey, listen, we definitely want to say thank you to City National Bank, Rick Schiffco, State Farm, and Atkins Auto Body. These guys, anytime we do things around here, these 3 groups, and, we have a lot of other businesses step up. But, we just want to definitely say thank you from this Fairland family to these groups for putting on this Tri-State Hoops Throwdown. City National Bank, Rick Schiffco State Farm, and Atkins Auto Body.
Okay, both teams return to the court. And I look for an action-packed 4 minutes, 37 seconds, Coach.
Oh, I definitely don't expect anything different. They definitely haven't disappointed. Once, last trip to the line, they missed free throws. They have to be able to knock down free throws. And, she must have heard the echo of her voice. I mean, she was able to step up. Kirsten Taylor and knock down the front 30, end of the senior. 1-and-1.
Step up and made the first one. A little short on the second one. Taylor Wilson comes out.
We have a player down on the other end.
It
looks like it's an ankle.
Oh,
and
my.
McKenna.
And that is McKenna Rice, I believe. I think she must have rolled her ankle. She's down in pain on the baseline, just below the Alexander basket.
Hey, that's a huge blow if she can't find her way back into this game. She's definitely been there. She's been their offense. So if she can't find her way into the back,
in the second half,
it could definitely be a tough 4:27 stretch for Alexander.
She's walking slowly off the court. I don't know if she's going to be able to return or not. In her place, I think, is number 2, Jaden Mace, the freshman. She comes off the bench to replace.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have Kirsten Taylor, Rachel Richardson in the game, Sydney Boland, Jaden Mace, and number 14, Michaela Trout is in the game there for Alexander. For our Fairland Dragons, Emily Chapman, Taylor Wilson, Alicia Simpson, Kelsey Warnock, and Allie Marshall. Allie Marshall with another steal.
4 minutes to go, Coach, and Fairland's holding an 8-point lead. Bucket here could really make things tough on the Spartans. Oh, great
nice take right there by Taylor Wilson.
What a great drive there by Taylor Wilson. Got the ball on the right elbow, took it down the right side of the lane, laid it up and off the glass to give Fairland a 10-point lead.
Shot was off there by number 14, Michaela Trout from three-point range, and Fairland takes control of the ball with a 10-point lead, 37-27, with 3:38 remaining in the fourth.
McKenna Rice is back off the bench and on the floor.
That's definitely good to see. I'm glad she's able to get back out there and play. And it looks like she's moving okay as they're back in their man-to-man defense. Good ball movement by Fairland. Alicia definitely has a size advantage over her defender.
Taylor.
Great rebound by Taylor.
Tough rebound there. Big rebound.
Oh, great take by Allie.
Oh. Marshall takes it to the glass, rolls off the left side of the rim.
Looked like the refs had some discussion, but after a quick deliberation, the ball goes side out to Alexander. Good rebound by Harley Lyon. She advances the ball. We have a miss by Fairland, and
right there. Yeah. Another turnover, just caused by getting your hands in there. Emily Chapman on the baseline, got in the way, deflected it off of Alexander, and it's Fairland's ball with a 10-point lead and 2:18 to go. Fairland's got the ball side out. And Coach Buchanan's called timeout.
You know, I tell you what, I've really been, Emily tonight, some shots hasn't been falling, but she's still playing hard, still executing offense here for Fairland and getting people involved. And, and just
that's what
you have to tip her hat. She's definitely
the leader of this team.
It's really been an enjoyment watching her play this season.
Really.
She's played well. But
I've watched them play probably 7 or 8 games this year. And she is just a gamer.
She is.
She's very knowledgeable. And they talk about her points and her passing. She plays excellent defense.
It's a shame that, because of the area we're in, the recognition that these individuals don't get. I mean, we have a lot of great players here in the OVC and a lot of great players here at Fairland High School. I mean, you look at Emily, and if you want to go to the boys' side of the thing, look at people like Luke Thomas or Isaiah Howe, Colin Van Horn. The list just kind of goes on. And then you look at some of these other people out here, the way Alicia Simpson's played tonight, Allie Marshall, Kelsey Warnock, the effort that they give. Hopefully sooner or later somebody has to open their eyes to the talent that we have right here. There's a big basket on the other end by Fairland, and Alexander comes right back. And Fairland's extended the lead to 12, 39-27, with just a little over 1 minute remaining in the contest. Oh, excellent
That's a great pass inside from Rice to Taylor. She lays it up and in. And the lead is now 10 points, 39-29. I think with about 1 minute and 30 to go. The coach, while we got a timeout here, I want to take this opportunity to tell you just how proud I am of you and your football program and what you guys were able to accomplish this year. I know you fell a little short of the OVC title, but what a tremendous stride you've made. And I know you were really, really young a couple years ago, and you stuck with your plan, you stuck with your program, and you got these kids to buy in, and just a tremendous job this year, and I want to congratulate you on that and wish you nothing but well in the future.
Well, I definitely appreciate it. You know, I definitely don't have anything to do with me. I have a wonderful coaching staff, and when you have a great group of players like we had, you know, like you said, you know, I forgot the exact words, but you know, you got to have animals to have a circus. Yeah. I think is what you said. Well, I had some animals, so yeah, you know, when you have people like Chase Fisher, Kedrick Cunningham,
one of them, man.
Yes,
really,
I'm very proud of him. Kedrick had a great year, and you know, and played well. You know,
he's a competitor,
and I think that, you know, we're going to be pretty good next year. And then, you know, I'm excited about the group of freshmen that's coming in this season. You know, people like Tevin Taylor, J.D. Brumfield, Riley Kazee, Aiden Porter, Levi Best. I mean, I could just keep naming these kids. You know, I mean, it's.
Yeah, I know. I watched that junior high team.
Hey, I'm
talent.
excited. I think the difference is between, you know, being good and being great is how much are you willing to do in the off season. You know, these kids has to buy into the weight room and buy into some of those things. If you want to be a champion, you got to do what champions do. And, you know, hopefully those things are starting to turn around here. But, you know, it's not hard. Listen, I'm telling you, and I'm not saying it because I'm the head coach here. We have the greatest AD in the business. I mean, Jeff Gorby does a wonderful job here. You know, Miss Leap allows me to coach the way I want to coach. So it wasn't hard to change it around here, hopefully, but you're not good until you can consistently do it.
Boom.
The person you spoke,
I know she's going to come through.
Harley Lyons
takes a deep shot from the left corner, nothing but net, and has extended the lead to 13 now for the Lady Dragons. Coach, you're absolutely right, though. You got to have good people around you.
Oh, absolutely.
Have good people around you right now. And kids have got to be willing to work in the off season.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't care what program it is. And I see it going on all the time.
Yeah, you know, you cannot press this Fairland bunch if Emily Chapman has the ball in her hands. You know, we wasn't able to finish on the other end, but, you know, it's definitely hard to press them.
Well, just 30 seconds to go in the game. Looks like the Lady Dragons is going to come out on top.
Oh. I think, you know, we probably had a foul there on the play there by Harley Lyons, but definitely.
That's good to see her get physical.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, I do too. It wasn't called, but, you know, Alexander does have the ball out, is taking the ball out from under their basket. You know, you think of this. Let's not let, you know, when you want to look back at this game, you got to look at the defense that Buchanan's girls played. It was 27-26.
Exactly.
And we were talking about that at the 4-minute mark.
4.5 to go.
They've just put 3 points on the board since then. And you've seen it happen. Brittany Thompson knocks down a 3.
That's right. You got
Allie Marshall knocks down a 3. Harley Lyons knocks down 3, and we extend the lead. 42-29 win. 3 points. They held that team to 3 points with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth.
That's a final buzzer. As like you said, Coach, you know, they missed some shots, but you got to be able to rebound, and we did that.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And, we knocked down some big shots there in the fourth quarter after the 4 minutes. Great ball game, 42-29.
You know, it's going to be a tough decision. You know, Ricky Shifko, State Farm, gives out a play of the game, and, you know, I don't think it's a hard decision on the Alexander side. McKenna Rice is probably going to be named the Rick Shifko player of the game.
Think so.
But you look over here on this Fairland side. You know, hey, Allie Marshall, she caused a lot of deflections and got her hands on a lot of balls.
Well, you know, Coach,
and
there's nothing wrong with us going defense.
You know, exactly.
We don't
I
have
agree.
To just give it to the person with the most points.
Alicia Simpson, the way she played, I thought Alicia played really well out here tonight. So, you know, there's a lot of people deserve it. And the fact that Emily continued to number So we look at it, the State Farm.
You know, Emily played good defense,
Yes,
too.
she did. She was all over the place. So it could be a number of people. But we're looking at as we called it, number 5.
Number 5.
McKenna Rice is Rick Schiffco, player of the game for Alexander. And right here in a moment, we'll
let's see.
Unveil who is
going with Chapman.
I think it's going to go to Allie Marshall or
Chapman.
Emily Chapman. And it looks like it is Emily Chapman. You couldn't go wrong. Emily was all over the floor defensively as well, had her hands on a lot of
She
things.
had 14 points, but she played great defense.
I tell you the thing that I liked about her tonight. Her shot wasn't falling, but yet she didn't allow that to dictate her game. She found other ways to help her team lead her team to victory. That's why I think she deserves to stand in the circle and receive this award.
That's a mark of a true leader and a great player is that when you're not knocking down shots, there's I used to tell them, hey, your offense may be off, but your defense should never be
should
off.
never be off.
And always hustle and get after it. And she definitely did that for the Lady Dragons tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Coach, again, I want to tell you thanks for inviting me up here. I enjoyed this.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm just glad we could get 4 down ran one time for you.
You called that sucker right off the bat, man, and they went right in there with it.
I slipped a note up under the door. I don't know if you found it or what, but
he still runs a couple things we did. John played for me when I was coaching boys. He was my point guard, and he plays the same way. Just tough, gritty.
Oh, yes. Well, he definitely coaches that way.
Yeah, he's done a tremendous job.
I tell you what, I know that we were getting ready to jump off air here, but, I can tell you, this atmosphere around here at Fairland and this student section and the way these guys doing, just all in all, this has really been a great sports season here at Fairland. I mean, look at the things that our basketball teams are doing. Our football team had a great year. Our track, some of those aspects has been good.
The
wrestling guys have really done a good job. I mean, so it's a lot of great things going on here at Fairland. And if you're not a part of it, you're missing out. Or you're retired. Hey, we'll definitely have you back anytime you want to. I appreciate you.
Really.
All right. Well, we want to definitely thank Armstrong Cable for allowing us this opportunity. Once again, thank you to City National Bank, State Farm, Ricky Schiffco, and Atkins Auto Body.
Good night.